First of all, I would like to greet everyone. Good evening. Hare Krishna. Hi, kay Shinya from Japan. Hare Krishna. Kay Bhakta from Caloocan. Raul Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Bhakti and Chantal. Hare Krishna. Bhakta Charles. Hare Krishna. Janice Mataji. Hare Krishna. Mervin. Hare Krishna. Ating dancing TikToker cook. Kay Kenny Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Raymond Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Bhakta Kaiser. Hare Krishna. Rolly Prabhu, Hare Krishna. KD Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Ron Prabhu, Hare Krishna. John Mataji, Hare Krishna. Navadip Chandra Prabhu, busy siya, nasa loob siya ng altar sa temple, pero he is tuning in, Hare Krishna. Nikita, Hare Krishna. Jonah Mataji, hi, hi. Yeah, nice to see everyone. And of course, others will follow. So, hindi natin papatagalin kasi mahabang kwentuhan tayo tonight. It will be the introduction for the Prasadam course. So, hindi pa tayo magluluto tonight. Wala ako sa kitchen. Pero, we will try to understand bakit natin gagawin, bakit natin kailangan ng Prasadam. And yung sabi ni Krishna regarding this, um, way of honoring or eating this food. Bakit siya kasama sa yoga? So, pwede pala yung kasama pala sa yoga yung pagkain. No? Kala nila pag yoga, fasting lang. Pero, bago ang lahat, kailangan natin to be in that proper mood of service and proper mood ng um, pagharap din. And pagluluto din natin, kailangan nasa humble position tayo. We will recite an invocation mantra specifically for prasadam kasi we're trying to put into heart yung mantra na to. Kasi habang gagawa tayo ng mga prasadam, ito yung i-recite natin mantra palagi. So without further ado, Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaye Bhutale Srimate Giridhari Swamin Iti Namine Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaye Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Sarasvati Deve Gauravani Pacharine Nirvisesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarine Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gora Tvishe Namaha Namo Brahmanya Devaya Go Brahmana Hitaya Cha Jagaditaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namaha Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So you could see may tatlong additional na mantras. This is a prayer and mantra sa spiritual teacher, spiritual master, specifically Giridhari Swami, His Holiness Giridhari Swami Guru Maharaj. If you are aspiring to be his disciple, siya yung ina-aspire mo maging guru, you could recite this. Me, of course, I'm a disciple of Guru Maharaj, so I recite this invocation mantra. Then, kay Srila Prabhupada, ating spiritual lolo, and kay Krishna Chaitanya. O most magnificent incarnation, you are Krishna himself appearing as Sri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. You have assumed the golden color of Srimati Radharani, and you are widely distributing pure love of Krishna. We offer respectful obeisances unto you. So, Sri Krishna incarnated himself together with Srimati Radharani. Pinagsama niya yung sarili niya kasama si Srimati Radharani. Kaya siya golden form, pero in the mood of a devotee. He is teaching everyone how to become a devotee of Krishna. Ano yung ginagawa niya? He's distributing pure love of Krishna. My Lord, you are the well-wisher of the cows and the brahmanas, and you are the well-wisher of the entire human society and world. So that is Krishna. The cows are very favorable to him. as well as the brahmanas, the priests, and everyone, well-wisher siya. So these mantras are recited when we are offering the prasadam, I mean the food, to Krishna para maging prasadam. So di-discuss natin in a while yan. And of course, the whole 5 weeks. So hindi kasama sa bilang tong araw na to. This is just introduction. Next Monday will be the start of the cooking demo, cooking class, some other philosophies with different teachers. I will introduce you to them soon. So welcome muna sa ating Prasadam class every Monday, 7 to 8 p.m. Originally, the plan is 5 weeks lang muna. Pero if you request or tingnan natin, if we can extend that para every Monday may bagong menu, may bago tayong matututunan. And even if umattend ka ng first Prasadam course natin, mag-enjoy ka to attend this one kasi this is totally new. The Prasadam, the menus are also new. But of course, the mood is offering everything with love and devotion kay Krishna. Hindi lang yung offering mismo while cooking as well, while preparing. So to set the mood, alamin natin kung bakit kailangan ng prasadam ng isang yogi, ng isang bhakti yogi. Bakit importante? Anong meron? Bakit hindi lang pwede kumain ng kahit ano? Kasi nag-yoga naman tayo. And gano'n siya nakaka-affect sa consciousness natin, sa sarili natin, and even our future. So if you have your Bhagavad Gita with you, I have mine here. You can open it sa verse chapter 6.16. So, sino dito yung mga nagbabasa, nag-highlight sa Bhagavad Gita, nagdo-drawing, naglalagay ng mga marks and all? Ako marami akong mga ganun dito. Marami akong mga nakandang mga marker, ganyan. Make the Bhagavad Gita your best friend. Yung talagang kabisado mo siya, pag may naalala ka, pwede mong hugutan. So, yan. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Natyanastastu yugosti nachaikantam anasnataha nachati swapna silasya jagrato naiva charjuna. Translation: there is no possibility of one's becoming a yogi, O Arjuna, if one eats too much or eats too little, sleeps too much or does not sleep enough. Purport. But I'll read in the book. Meron naman sa screen. Purport. By His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Regulation of diet and sleep is recommended herein for the yogis. Too much eating means eating more than is required to keep the body and the soul together. There is no need for men to eat animals because there is an ample supply of grains, vegetables, fruits, and milk. Such simple foodstuff is considered to be in the mode of goodness according to the Bhagavad Gita. Animal food is for those in the mode of ignorance. Therefore, those who indulge in animal food, drinking, smoking, and eating food which is not first offered to Krishna will suffer sinful reactions because of eating only polluted things. Bunchate tetu agham, papaye, pachanti atma karanat. Papa is sin yun pala, ayun yung translation niya. Anyone who eats for sense pleasure or cooks for himself, not offering his food to Krishna, eats only sin. One who eats sin and eats more than is allotted to him cannot execute perfect yoga. It is best that one eat only the remnants of foodstuff offered to Krishna. Ayun yung prasadam. remnants na foodstuff offered to Krishna. A person in Krishna consciousness does not eat anything which is not first offered to Krishna. Therefore, only the Krishna conscious person can attain perfection in yoga practice. Nor can one, move natin to. Yan. Nor can one who artificially abstains from eating, manufacturing his own personal process of fasting, practice of yoga. The Krishna conscious person observes fasting as it is recommended in the scriptures. He does not fast or eat more than is required, and he is thus competent to perform yoga practice. One who eats more than required will dream very much while sleeping, and he must consequently sleep more than is required. One should not sleep more than 6 hours daily. One who sleeps more than 6 hours out of the 24 is certainly influenced by the mode of ignorance. A person in the mode of ignorance is lazy and prone to sleep a great deal. Such a person cannot perform yoga. So it's too much information, right? Just by the simple topic ng food and even sleep. Translation again. There is no possibility of one's becoming a yogi or Arjuna. Oh, Arjuna. If one eats too much or eats too little, sleeps too much, or does not sleep enough. So sobrang importante itong verse na to because a lot of people are claiming um, themselves to be yogis. Pero this main guidelines, mahirap sundin. So again, yoga is not just um, physical fitness, flexibility, control of breath, even powers. So part lang yun ng whole ng definition ng yoga. Fraction lang siya actually. Sa isang yoga ladder, isang part lang doon, yung Ashtanga yoga, and yung yoga asana, isang part lang din doon sa eight folds of yoga. So this is part of the yama niyama of yoga system, eight folds of yoga system. Eating and sleeping. Not too much, not too little. Of course, madi-differentiate yan depende sa uniqueness ng isang tao. Does it mean I could eat certain calories and I could sleep certain hours? Mangyayari din yun kay Charles. Pareho kami. Hindi. Iba-iba talaga siya. So, sinasabi ni Sri Prabhupada dito na 6 hours of sleep, that is the, how do you call it? Average. Some could sleep 7 hours. They needed to. If their vata or yung body nila is much more on earth. So, mas gusto nila yun. Kung sakto, makain pala masising niya. Sakto sa topic natin. So, ayun yung ano natin, ayun yung differentiation ng body. Everyone is unique. Just like everybody else. So, iba-iba. Pero, if one sleeps too much, hindi ko lang kung naranasan nyo yun, pagkagising nyo, kaya natulog ka ng 9 hours o 10 hours, pagod ka pa rin. Mas pagod ka pa. Mas parang ang likit ng dugo mo, parang ang hirap kumilos. So, it's too much. Merong gising na just enough, you're alert, pero actually pwede mo pa siya itulog, pero hindi mo na siya itutulog, just enough lang siya. Find that sweet spot, mostly around 6-7 hours. So, depende yan sa body natin. And yung quality ng sleep, of course. Sabi nila sa Ayurveda, if one sleeps before 10 p.m., yung hours before that will multiply into 2. So, natulog ka na 8. Siyempre, may class tayo. Hindi ka pwede matulog. Hindi ka pwede matulog ngayon kasi may klase pa tayo. So, if natulog ka na 8, 9, times 2 na kagad yon. So, 4 hours kagad. 10, 11, 12. So, yung kaya makikita mo yung iba, they wake up sobrang aga kasi they sleep early. Pero yung quality ng sleep, mas grabe. Even matulog ka ng 8 hours, 12 to 8, parang pagod, parang bitin pa rin. Kasi iba na yung mode, iba na yung panahon, iba na rin yung body. Yung iba sinasabi nila, hindi sila morning person. Sa gabi sila gising. If your work requires one to be awake sa gabi, why not? Ayun yung nature ng work. Pero of course, malalaman natin maraming nagkakasakit because of that. Kasi hindi yun yung nature. Once the sun is up, gising na gising yung katawan. Pero, a yogi should always wake up before the sunrise. Tinatawag yung Brahma Muhurta hour. Pag nauna mo yung sun, mauna mo yung marami ka na magagawa buong araw. Kaya nga, nag-sun salutation sila. Welcoming the sun. Surya Namaskar. Si Surya. So, tinanong ko yun eh, pwede ba mag-Surya Namaskar ng gabi? Minsan, kaya meron akong picture dyan na, ay meron akong naka-brass na sun dyan, si Surya. Minsan nag-Surya Namaskar ako sa gabi. Pero yeah, that's the idea. Pero, it affects, yung eating natin, it affects yung sleep. Kung we eat too much, kahit vegetable pa yung kinain mo, if too much is too much. Hindi porket plant-based diet ng isang tao, hindi siya magkaka-diabetes or magkakasakit sa kidney. Malaki yung chance, if hindi maayos yung diet niya, may dadating pa rin na sickness. Diba? Carbs, sugar, salty food. So, meron pa rin yan. If one eats too little, it is not part of yoga din. Sabi nila, pag yogi ka, kailangan kumakain ka lang ng bland. Yung mga bland na food. Walang lasa, lagi kang gutom, or fasting ka ng fasting. But according to Sri Prabhupada and according to the scriptures, fasting should not be done whimsically or invento lang. Or sinabi lang ng isang author. Fasting should be according sa scriptures. If you're that curious, you can download Vaishnava calendar. It's a lunar calendar. So, mas accurate yon kasi yung ginagamit natin is solar calendar. Ang lunar calendar, naka-base siya sa moon. So, same yun. Same yun palagi. Same date. Same moon phase. Meron dong days of Ekadasi. That is every 2 weeks. And that is the fasting days. So, 3 levels yon. Fasting of 4 grains and beans. So, you can have your fruits and other leafy vegetables and all. Pero walang grains and beans. Yung isang level ng fasting, fruits lang sila or water lang sila. And yung isang level ng fasting na mas talagang walang kakainin, is dry fast. So, may time of start, may time of breaking. May purpose, hindi naman ka-fasting just for the sake of show or for the sake of body. Yung sa body is just byproduct. Pero magka-fast, yung isang tao, based on yung day na yon, may mga meditation for let's like yung mga incarnation days ni Krishna, birthday ni Krishna, pastimes niya. Mga important days yon, yung mga fasting yon. Bakit kailangan mag-fasting? For one to be able to focus yung consciousness niya much more on Krishna, chanting, spiritual life. So, ayun yung kadalasan ng mga fasting. Ayun yung purpose, not just starvation. And, hindi lang actually sa food ang fasting. Pwede ka mag-fasting sa mga negative thoughts. Pwede ka mag-fasting sa bad words. Pwede ka mag-fasting sa criticism sa ibang tao, sa fault finding. Mas effective yon kaysa magka-fasting ka tapos mainit ulo mo. Tapos lagi nang aaway. Or tulog ka lang ng tulog. Kaka-diet. Diba? When I was younger, palagi yung, I was really active, fitness and all. Pag yung mga kasama namin sa gym, malapit na yung mga show nila. Mainit na mga ulo nila kasi puro nagka-fasting na sila palagi. Nag-lower sila ng fat percentage nila. So, hindi yun yung goal natin na yung consciousness natin sira-sira just because of starvation. So, does it mean ganun yung yogi? So marami, Shinya, maraming part sa Bhagavad Gita yung about fasting. So sinabi to sa 6.16. I'll forward you yung mga verses kung saan may mga fasting. Pero basically, you can search Vaishnava calendar. I'll type that. Ay, hindi ko pala nasend yung back to center. Ito muna yung back to center. Vaishnava calendar. If you're using Android phone, mas maraming apps niyan. Yan. So, yung Ekadasi. So, may benefit yon sa body. Toxins, release yung mind, nagka-cleanse din. So, marami siyang benefit. Pero ang main purpose na bakit may fasting is we increase our Krishna conscious activities. Kasi we spend a lot in cooking, a lot of time in cooking and eating and digesting the food. Yung energy na yun ang dami. Then yung digestive tract natin, walang pahinga din. So, minsan kailangan ng fasting. So, directed by the scriptures din yan. So, sinabi rito, neither eat too much. So, may mga quota yung isang tao. Sabi nila sa sa Ayurveda, yung signal ng pag-burp ng isang tao, signal yun ng malapit ka na mabusog or enough na yung kakainin mo. So, we need to know hanggang kailan yung food na yung makakainin natin. If one feels food coma na hindi siya na makakilos after kumain, kailangan niya matulog ng 2 hours, that's too much. So, may enough food lang. Again, kanya-kanya yon. Depende sa body natin. So, art din yung pagkain. Yung sense of taste, may mga kumakain na sa first class, specifically sa Vedic cooking, they eat na matatouch lahat ng sense of taste nila, yung 5 sense of taste nila. They eat in progression. First, mga bitter sour, tapos pungent, salty, tapos huling-huli yung sweet. So, pag nasatisfy yung taste buds na to, hindi ka na mag-crave. Kahit sakto lang yung kinain mo, just enough. You will feel satisfied and full. So, if you could remember, we talk about modes of material nature in relation sa food. May mga food in the modes of goodness, passion, and ignorance. Srila Prabhupada mentioned here that there is enough ample of food, supply of grains, vegetables, fruits, and milk. Those are in the mode of goodness. And yung mga too salty, too pungent, too sour, ay yung mga modes in the passion. Pag kinain mo yung mga yun, magiging passionate ka. So, bakit hindi nagpabawang and sibuyas yung mga devotee or prasadam? Bakit di siya pwede maging prasadam? This food belongs to the mode of ignorance and mode of passion. So, if one takes onion and garlic, Filipino, I know, lahat ng pagkain nalagyan ng onion and garlic. Even yata salad, pwede nalagyan ng onion and garlic. So, this food increases yung passionate nature ng isang tao. Also, aphrodisiac din to. If one is too lusty, dahil sa kinakain niya, yung mind niya hindi gagana. Parang, if you have a dog, ay hindi, may pusa ako nakita kanina kay Chantal. Pag inhit yung pusa mo, ang ingay niya, meow! Pag inhit siya. So, ganun yung utak ng tao kapag too much passion. Specifically, pag, ayun nga, yung onion garlic, that's the effect. And also in the mode of ignorance then. So that's why the yogi doesn't take onion and garlic. And hindi rin siya offerable kay Krishna. Krishna doesn't want this. So, maraming spices na pwede tayong magamit for cooking. So, we will send you lists ng ating spices that we need para sa ating cooking classes. para masundan natin, and you could purchase them in Asad Indian store. Meron yan sa UN Avenue. You can purchase some of it, or you can choose to purchase sa wealthy options. Marami yan sa wealthy options. Andun din sila. And other, mostly Indian stores. If may malapit na Indian stores sa inyo, pwede. Or online, pwede rin. So if you need some assistance, merong mga devotees dito who are living near Asad Mini Mart in UN Avenue in Manila. That's Jonah Mataji. If you need assistance para pumunta doon, or um, alam mo yung paano how to purchase and all, you can ask her. Yan. If you need also assistance na ano yung mga list na yon, message me, I'll forward it to you. Or I'll forward it sa group. Yung mga kailangan natin for cooking classes. So, anong purpose ng onion garlic? Some, you can use it sa medicine. Di ba ginagamit siya lower blood, to lower the blood pressure. So, hindi lahat para sa tao. So, yung iba pagkain talaga siya ng ibang animals, pero it will be a poison sa ibang species. It will have different effects. So, maraming purpose din yung onion and garlic. Hindi lang din siya food. You can use it in different things. We call them pungent vegetables. Onion yan. Mga pungent yun. Chives, leeks. There's one restaurant in near UP Los Baños. It's called Satyagraha. Friends natin yun. Sila Angela and Kisig. And sila rin yung nagpauso ng chicha shrooms. Hindi sila nag-onion and garlic sa restaurant nila. They use garlic vines. Tawag lang doon garlic vines. It's a plant, pero hindi siya kamag-anak ng onion and garlic. Pero yung lasa ng vines niyan, yung dahon, medyo near sa garlic. But it doesn't have the same effect as the garlic. So medyo near yon if you want to cook Filipino food. But again, there's a lot of spices na ma-explore para mas masarap yung luto, not just the onion and garlic taste. Lalo yung asafoetida, you can use that. That's coming from the family of fennel seeds. So, medyo taste na rin siya. Actually, mas masarap nga siya sa onion and garlic. Yung garlic minsan nangangagat siya. Nangagat sa dila. So, ayan, pungent vegetables. So, sabi ni Krishna rito, if one is eating food not offered kay Krishna, or yung mga food na untouchables, just like the meat, is only eating sin. Even vegetable, even one is in plant-based diet, one is only eating sin. Bakit? We are taking lives. Yung plants, they're alive. Of course, di lahat nun pinapatay yun. Sometimes you just have to pick some fruit or flower or some bark or just few roots. Pero sometimes, kailangan mong kunin yung buong life na yun to cook. So, may karma yun in little percentage. Yung meat, of course, mas marami yung karma nun. Sabi sa Manu Samhita, it is Vedic scriptures that is they focus on rules and regulations sa mundo, pati sa mga karmas, equivalents. If one eats a cow, beef, tinawag siyang beef kasi ayaw na maisip ng tao na cow yun. So, they changed the names. So, if one eat meat, cow meat or beef, yung karma niya, he will be born as a cow in his next lives. Not only once. Gano'ng karami? Equivalent sa kung gaano karami yung hairs ng cows sa likod niya. Uncountable, di ba? So, ganun kadami, magiging maboborn yung isang tao, yung isang soul, in a cow's body. So, nag-accumulate yon yung mga karmas. Of course, ganun din sa plants. You take in the life of a plant, ganun din yung makukuha mo. Bakit magkakaroon ng karma-free diet kapag prasadam? Sinasabi ni Krishna, pag hindi in-offered sa kanya, sin yon, vegetarian o hindi. Vegan man yan or hindi. Sin siya, may karma pa rin siya. Good man yan or bad karma. Pero yung prasadam na in-offer kay Krishna, It's karma-free o akarma, if you could remember yung Bhagavad Gita class natin. Karma, that's good karma. Vikarma, that's bad karma. And akarma, that's no karma or Krishna conscious activities, spiritual benefit. Yung prasadam is akarma, karma-free or Krishna conscious um, activity, honoring prasadam. Sabi dito, remnants of food offered to Krishna. So pinakain mo si Krishna. You cook for Krishna. And ayun yung remnants niya. Ayun yung natira from Krishna. Narada siya rin, hindi naman nabawasan eh. In-offer ko kay Krishna, buo pa rin. Diba? After niya kumain, buo pa rin. Of course. Diba? Para may mga pastime na kinain talaga ni Krishna yun. Ikakwento yan sa mga future classes natin. But Krishna could eat through his eyes. He's the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Other organs ng katawan niya, pwedeng i-perform ng other organs. Spiritual body meron siya, not the material body. Even yung pictures niya, si Krishna rin yun. Even the name, si Krishna rin yun. So I can offer with love and devotion. Siyempre dapat. As well as, may mga procedures. But mainly, the love and devotion yung kinakain din ni Krishna, yung kasama nun. Pero hindi ibig sabihin, hindi mo nasasarapan yung lulutuin para kay Krishna. It's like when you have a visitor sa bahay mo, alam mo yung Pilipino, di ba? Meron silang mga cupboards. Meron silang mga tokador. Nandun yung mga display, yung mga plato nila pang bisita. Pag may bisita, ilalabas nila yon yung mga ganang plates nila. I remember na may ganun kami sa bahay nung when I was younger. Mga pang Filipino stuff. May mga may malaking kutsara sa tinidor doon sa magilid na yon. So yon. Pag may bisita tayo, we bring something extra. Yung mga special na gamit natin, yung special offering natin, bibigyan natin sa bisita. So imagine, pag bisita mo sa bahay si Krishna. So we have to put much more love and effort sa preparation that we want to offer to Him. Then, after kumain ni Krishna, that will be called prasadam. Bakit magiging karma-free yun? Ayun yung gusto ni Krishna, number 1. Number 2, yung life ng mga yon, nung tree na yon na kinuha ng fruit to offer kay Krishna, yung plant na kailangan mo i-take yung life para lutuin, na offer kay Krishna, even the water and other things, lahat ng purpose nila sa buhay as in that body na perform. So you help them to be closer kay Krishna. So that's karma-free. Wala kang karma. Pero meron kang spiritual benefit or Krishna conscious points. Or sabi nila parang in the context of spiritual bank account, we're honoring that food. So that's one thing. It's karma-free. Another is, when it is karma-free, it also affects the consciousness. So, may nagtanong, what's wrong with being passionate? It's not wrong pag naging passionate tayo, pero our consciousness will be affected if one is too much passionate. Again, the goal ng isang yogi is to be always in the mode of goodness. He can use the mode of passion and the mode of ignorance in certain things, but controlled niya. Imagine, may isang tao hindi niya control yung anger niya. Too much passion. Di ba? Onting classic story, mga movies, nagkatitigan lang sa bar, mag-aaway na. Passionate. Titigan mo yung, di ba? So, anong tingin mo Alam mo yun? Lagi nakikita yan sa road rage, di ba? Hindi naman nagbanggaan yung sasakyan, di ba? Magkaaway na sila, nagkabarilan pa. Too much passion. Or sometimes too much ignorance. Diba? Lazy, intoxication. Yan. Yan. Ayaw ni Krishna. Hindi niya gusto yun. So we love people, we love a person, depende sa gusto niya, hindi sa gusto natin. So that's His language of love. Pag sinabi niya na isang tao na gusto niya ng quality time, tapos ikaw wala kang binibigyan ng quality time, binibigyan mo lang sa kanya gifts, hindi nagkakasundo. That's you want to give that person yung gusto mo lang. So si Krishna, ayaw niya yun, hindi niya gusto. Sinabi niya. So hindi para sa atin. Ayun yung gusto niya. And it affects din yung consciousness natin we're speaking of. Kasi if one eats a food made by people na ganito yung consciousness, apektado ka. If a person cooks mad, bad trip siya, hindi maganda yung mood niya, kahit gaano karaming ilagay niyang spices, mamahaling ingredients doon, hindi masarap yung lasa. But if a person cooks even very simple ingredients, munggo lang yan, di ba? Fried tofu lang. Pero out of love, gusto niya ma-nourish yung anak niya, napakasarap. Bakit ang sarap ng lutong bahay? Kasi hindi mo naman pinasisweldohan yung nanay mo para pagluto ka, di ba? Out of love, gagawin niya yun. Kahit mainit na mainit, summer, nasa kitchen siya after magluto, di ba? After maglinis, after ng buong araw, inuuwian pa rin ng tao yung lutong bahay. Yun yung comfort food. Kasi, out of love. What more pa pag out of love para kay Krishna? So, may effect yung consciousness nung nagluluto dun sa kakain. So, if remnants ni Krishna yon, and yung nagluto din nun is qualified and out of love din niya ginawa, yung kakain would feel that. Scientifically, may gumawa niyan. I think sa Japan yon, yung water, may sets of water, tapos nagbibigay sila ng intention. Yung isa, nagka-curse sila dun sa water na yon, binibigyan nila mga depressive words. May ganun ba? Depressive. Yan. Ini-induce nila yung depression dun sa water na yon. Tapos yung isang water, binibigyan nila yung vibration of love, care, warmth. Then tinignan na sa microscope, yung elements ng water nagbago. Even pag may kasama ka sa room na galit, Japanese scientist nga. Tulungan mo ako mag-search kung sino nga uli yun. Si Shinya palagi taga-search natin ng mga trivia natin. Hanapin natin yan. So, ganun din, if may kasama ka sa room na galit, di ba nararamdaman yun. Ito na lang. Kapag nanonood kayo ng movies, may umiyak na. Di ba? Nakakahawa, may umiiyak na, tapos maiiyak ka na rin. So, nakakahawa yung consciousness niya. Pero, pinakamabilis and pinaka-effective mahawa yung consciousness is through food. Especially kapag remnants. Tira ni Krishna yun, you eat that, it's prasadam. Spiritual consciousness. Kapag kumain ka ng tira ng isang tao na ganito yung consciousness, makukuha mo yun. So, ganun yung same mood. We eat the Mahaprasadam. Tira ni Krishna yun. Spiritual, syempre. So, you get that Krishna conscious vibrations. So, be careful, di ba? Yung mga nag-share ng pagkain, di ba? Hati-hati tayo, tapos lahat kayo kuha na po. Halo-halo kayo ng consciousness doon. For sure. Kaya, those who practice Krishna consciousness, they call it, may term lang to contaminated saka yung uncontaminated. It means na pag kumakain sila, they don't touch yung sandok para kumain ulit. They have to wash their hands. So, sobrang sa hygiene. They use right hands for eating, they use left hands for dirty things, cleaning. Right hands for eating. And if they have to touch the food, yung mga sinaservan, they have to wash their hands. Number one foul sa pag-prepare ng prasadam, may nakikita ko sa commercial. Di ba, halo-halo. Tapos may commercial na marami nagkasalita. Tapos titikman niya, tapos haluin ulit. Papatikim pa niya sa iba, no? Tapos haluin ulit. Tapos papakain mo sa lahat yon. Dati hindi sila conscious dyan. Pero ngayon, nag-pandemic, naging conscious na yung mga tao, di ba? So, ganun ka-importante yon. Of course, grossly, andyan yung pwedeng maghawa ng sakit for virus, bacteria, fungi, etc. Pero consciousness nakakahawa yun. Todo. Diba? Kahit kumain ka sa favorite mo restaurant, pag yung server mo, nag-serve sa'yo bad trip, iba yung mood. Mararamdaman mo yun. Mararamdaman mo yung food. Yung cook din, ganon. So, the best is we eat the food that we cook or food na niluto ng isang devotee na offered kay Krishna. Prasadam. Sabi ni rito ni Krishna, ani Sri Prabhupada, a yogi should always eat food cooked by devotee or prasadam. Kasi, inalagaan natin yung consciousness natin. Sobrang importante yung consciousness. Kapag di maayos yung consciousness mo sa buong araw mo, ang daming pwedeng kakaibang desisyon na magagawa. Yung mga words na lumalabas na uncontrolled natin, yung mga urges ng senses natin, it will start sa tongue. It's a straight line. Kung natandaan nyo yung Vachovegam verse natin sa meditation course, the mouth have two function, to eat and to speak. We must first control the sense of the mouth, the function niya. Yung pagkain and pagsalita. And we will start from the tongue, yung sense of taste. Anong gusto niya kainin? It will affect all the senses. It will affect the mood, the consciousness, even the body itself. It will affect. So alam ng mga nasa medical field natin yan. Too much salt, too much sugar. Diba sakit ng Pinoy yun, diba? Too much rice. Diba? No rice, no power. Tapos pag kumain sila, nakataas pa yung t-shirt. Or humahawak sa tiyan. So, ganun eh. Nakasanayan eh. Pero hindi yun yung hindi yun yung pag-practice ng yoga. Hindi yung tradisyon ng nakasanayan lang. We need to know the truth. What's the reason behind? Bakit? Anong reason? Anong dahilan? Anong effect? So, ayun yung mga effect ng pagkain. And ang napakadami niyang pwedeng ibigay sa atin. Ulitin ko, hindi ibig sabihin yogi or nagka-practice ng bhakti yoga, hindi nakakain ng masarap. May ibang practice ng spirituality, mga impersonalists. So, ganun sila. We are all one. Light lang. Bawal sila kumain ng masarap. Kasi lahat ng food, one lang din naman eh. It will be a hypocrisy kapag puro ganun yung sinasabi nila. Tapos kakain na sila ng sobrang sarap sa mga restaurant. No. But the process of Bhakti Yoga, Krishna consciousness, masasarap yung mga kinakain nila. Kasi they're cooking for Krishna. And they will honor after. That's the Krishna's gift to us. You can gratify the sense of taste, pero yung effect na sa atin yung iba na. It will be Krishna consciousness. So that's what we call dovetailing the sense of taste. You don't suppress the senses, like the eyes. You see Krishna. You want to see beautiful things, you see paintings of Krishna. If you see the sun, you can, sabi ni Krishna, that's his eyes. You can see the rivers, ayun yung veins niya. Yung mga trees, ayun yung hairs niya. You can see Krishna everywhere. And even taste. Sabi ni Krishna, I am the taste of water. So we are dovetailing the sense of taste by the prasadam. It is a gift of Krishna sa atin, and it will help us to control the consciousness, the senses. So a straight line yan, control the sense of taste. Ganoon na rin, makakontrol mo yung yung austerity of speech mo, yung mga lumalabas sa bibig mo. Sense of sa belly, yung passion, yung anger, the actions of anger. And also the demands of the genitals, yung sex desires, yung pleasures. Madaming hindi kaya kontrolin to. Baliw na baliw sila. Palagi sila biktima ng advertisement. Lahat ng ads, may babae. Pagpunta sa EDSA, puro babae mga nandun. Magbibenta ng washing machine, may babae. Magbibenta ng kotse, babae rin. Diba? Because ganun yung mga tao, they could not control. Ano evidence? They're living their life just for the sense of sex pleasure. They're girl hunting, woman hunting. Oy, pati babae ganun din, man hunting din sila. They'll go extra mile. Retoke everywhere, 'di ba? Effort everywhere just for that sex pleasure. And for what? Few minutes, then done, tapos na. Then another habol uli ng sex pleasure. Some would commit crimes because of this uncontrolled sex pleasure, sex desire. A lot of cases nangyayari yun. You cannot deny that. A lot of abuses. Biro mo, gagawin mo lang na maayos yung food mo, mag-ripple effect na siya, mag-domino effect na yung mga senses. Ganun ka-importante yung prasadam. And of course, it is a part of Bhakti Yoga. Ang food na pagkain ng prasadam. It is planting the seed of Bhakti. If you want to share Krishna to others, yung Bhakti na yun, minsan pwede mo itanim sa ears through the hearing ng Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Pwedeng books. So, matalam mo yung mga Bhakti seeds sa hearts nila. Even prasadam. Kaya we have a lot of programs, prasadam distribution or food for life. So, around the world, tayo yung may yung Krishna consciousness, yung ISKCON, yung pinakamaraming food for life programs. Dati more than 1 million plates per day. Ngayon, lalong lumaki since nag-pandemic. We have also here in the Philippines, mga calamities and regular food for life programs. It is all prasadam. So, you're planting the seeds. Diba? Sometimes, they will honor prasadam. They don't know na prasadam yun. They will hear Hare Krishna Mahamantra. They don't know si Krishna's name yun. So, different strikes ng Krishna consciousness, then they will receive a book. Then, tutubo na yung seed of Bhakti. Tapos, dire-diretso na siya. So, that's the analogy of the tree of Bhakti or Bhakti Briksha. So, we're planting seeds. Mga plantito tayo. Yung kinakwento ni Radha natin sa podcast. We're planting seeds of Bhakti. The books, the exposure of Krishna consciousness. Even makita mo si Krishna na picture, makita ng ibang tao yon, natanim yung seed of Bhakti. Just like George Harrison, yung album niya, ang daming tinanim na Bhakti seeds nun. So, prasadam is that one big factor in planting the seeds. And, sobrang importante nito, there's one pastime when Srila Prabhupada was traveling. He traveled for 12 years around the world. 14 times niya inikot yung buong mundo in 12 years. Imagine that age. Dumating siya sa America, 70s na siya. So, umabot din siya ng mga 80s. Nagka-travel pa siya. Aside from that, lagi siya nagka-translate overnight. He will sleep few hours a day. He has thousands of disciples. He have a lot of press conference. And di siya birong author. He wrote hundreds of books about kay Krishna. Hindi niya inimbento yun. Lahat yun, yung commentary niya, coming from the teachers then. And mga realizations he wrote as the purports or commentaries. He translated it from Sanskrit as well. So, ganun ka-hectic yung schedule niya. Pero ganun ka-Krishna conscious. Sabi niya, always remember Krishna, never forget Him. We should not leave a gap kay Maya or illusion. Laging may free time ka, kailangan may Krishna conscious activities. So, si Srila Prabhupada, nasa aeroplano siya. Then, lagi sila may baon na prasadam. Kasi hindi naman palaging may ma-offer yung flight stewardess. Hindi pa uso vegan nun. So, one flight nila, after kumain si Srila Prabhupada ng prasadam, may natira pang mga ibang remnants ng food or ng prasadam. They call it Maha Prasadam. Maha Prasadam is food remnants ni Krishna. Maha Prasadam ng isang saintly person. Natira doon. Tapos may isang flight stewardess na sobrang na-curious siya kasi hindi nila sinerve yun. Tapos na-curious siya kasi ang gaganda ng itsura. Just like the picture no, sinow natin kanina. I'll show it again. So, ganyan preparation. Diba? The science of the color, the texture, the taste. So, art ang pagluto ng paggawa ng prasadam. So, na-curious yung flight stewardess. And what is that? Tapos kinuha niya, tapos kinain niya kagad. Tapos nagtinginan yung mga devotees, tapos tumingin sila kay Srila Prabhupada. Kasi nagulat sila. Yung devotees, alam nila, uy, dito Srila Prabhupada's Maha Maha Prasadam. Kinain nung fly stewardess na, tapos nag-burst doon sa bibig nung babae yung ano, yung prasadam, yung taste. Then, sobrang tuwa niya, lumapit siya uli kay Srila Prabhupada. This is something really wonderful. Can I serve you something? Nag-offer siya in return. Gusto niya mag-serve sa isang devotee of Krishna. So imagine yung magic moments na ginagawa ni Krishna in that scenario. Sabi ni Srila Prabhupada, okay, bring me warm milk. So, nakakain na ng prasadam yung flight stewardess, nakagawa pa siya ng devotional service sa devotee. Ay, nagkaroon siya ng association. Diba? Kulang nila magbasa ng libro saka mag-chant, di ba? Kompleto na yung sadhana niya. So, nagtitingin na yung mga, yung mga devotees kasi they're longing for it. Maha Maha Prasadam from Srila Prabhupada. Tapos kinuha ng babae ng flight stewardess na hindi niya alam. So, this story, kumalat na yun for decades. Then, after a few decades, that was 10 years ago yata, this story came up. May isang devotee na narinig yung story na yun, tapos kinukwento niya sa isang temple yung pastime na yun. So, inulit niya yung story na sobrang amazing nangyari yung flight steward, kinuha niya yung prasadam. Tapos kinain niya. After ng masayang lecture na yun, ng class na yun, may lumapit sa kanyang kasama doon sa audience. So lumapit doon sa nagbigay ng class. Sabi niya, you wouldn't believe sa story namin kasi sobrang natuwa kami sa story mo. And may kakaiba kaming story. I believe matutuwa ka rin dito. So kunento ng mga devotee na yun doon sa teacher kung ano yung na-experience nila. Just like what I'm doing before pandemic, nag-travel din sila. That's their service. Sankirtan. Kirtan is chanting of Krishna's name and glories. Sankirtan is congregation, sama-sama. And they do travel to meet people, yung mga ripe souls, hinahanap nila. Yung mga nagharap kay Krishna, lumalapit sila. They have books, prasadam, and other things. So may mga provincial areas sila na pupuntahan na sobrang malayo sa society. Yung iba walang kuryente, yung iba walang, alam mo yun, talagang very, how do you call it? Yung location nila, hindi ko makuha yung term. Yung location nila sobrang nakatago or naka-detach sa society. So nagulat sila. One time, pagkatok nila sa isang door, nag-bow down yung babae, matandang babae. Tapos pinapasok sila. Come inside, Prabhus. Tapos nakitingin lang sila, teka lang, nasa lugar tayo, it's a place of nowhere. Tapos biglang may nag-bow down, alam yung kultura natin, alam yung Krishna consciousness. Ano to? Pagpasok nila doon sa bahay ng babae, may altar na siya, may sacred space na siya, may mga picture ni Krishna. Tapos nagka-chant siya, may chanting beads. Devotee yun, out of nowhere, merong devotee doon sa lugar na yun. Siyempre, na-curious sila. How did you meet and how did you start practicing Krishna consciousness? Tapos kinento niya. Nung bata pa siya, nag-work siya as a flight steward. Tapos na-meet niya si Srila Prabhupada. Then, may isang naughty thing siyang ginawa. Kinuha niya yung pagkain ni Srila Prabhupada, tapos kinain niya. Then afterwards, of course, years gone by, may na-meet na siyang devotee. And sumabog na, nag-sprout na yung seed of bhakti niya. Naging devotee na siya. So, nakonektan nila yung dalawang story na yun after few decades. So, ganun kakaiba yung prasadam. It's planting of the seed. Hindi natin alam kailan. Parang spiritual time bomb yung books. Ganun din yung prasadam. Hindi natin alam kung kailan siya mag-sprout. Pwedeng another prasadam, for prasadam, or makarinig sila ng holy name, ng chanting, or makabasa ng libro. Pero ang dami nang nag-accumulate. So, maririnig mo yung mga stories na ganun. Narinig nila yung Hare Krishna Mahamantra sa kanta ng Sampaguita, or ng ni George Harrison, or may kapitbahay silang devotee pala dati. So, tuloy-tuloy siya. Planting of the seed. And that is Bhakti Yoga. We spread Krishna through food, through His name, even through His books. So yung food is masarap na pag-spread kay Krishna kasi na-enjoy din ng mga tao. And also, it's also a gift for ni Krishna for us. Kasi Krishna is giving us a license to satisfy the sense of taste. Na guilt-free, na karma-free. And we're not just feeling too passionate, too ignorant, or too full ng sa food. We're being Krishna conscious through food, through prasadam. So we're looking forward na mas matuto pa lahat magluto ng prasadam. Meron dito ng mga gumaling na, makikita nyo na kung paano sila magluto ever since nung first prasadam course natin. We will learn how to use the spices na hindi bawang yung sibuyas lang. We will learn a lot. Ang daming art nun. The combinations of mga tastes. How to follow the recipes and how to not follow the recipes kung ano lang meron dun sa ref natin. O anong season. How to cook for oneself, how to cook for family members, how to cook for the kids. So marami tayong activities na gagawin every Monday and we will have kitchen coach, prasadam coaches na hindi mo lang makakausap during the classes. You can always send them messages. No, Mataji, Prabhu, meron na akong ganito, meron na akong kamote and talong dito sa bahay. Ano yung pwede kong gawin? Paano ko pwedeng pasarapin to? They would help you. So, marami akong mga prasadam coaches. Hindi ako magaling magluto, pero lagi nila ako tinuturuan. Lagi nila ako sinatsaga. So, yung mga previous students din, sila yung mga naging students natin sa prasadam courses. Talaga tinuruan sila ng mga coaches natin, mga devotees na yun. You will meet them next Monday. So, their main service nila is to cook. Every day. Masarap magluto for family, di ba? Pero yung mga cook na to, madalas, hindi lang pang small number of people. They are cooking for 50 people, 60 people, di ba? 100 devotees. Kakaiba yung science magluto ng pang madami. And also yung mga onti lang din. So, they're very expert in cooking. Although they are not chefs because of yung academic, but by experience and by the practice and by the mood of love and devotion kay Krishna, they are spiritual chefs. And favorite sila ni Krishna, of course. And matututo tayo how to cook prasadam from them. And may assignment tayo, everyone. Ang assignment ko sa inyo is to pass yung list ng mga spices para sa prasadam na course natin, kung ano yung gagamitin. Ang assignment ng bawat isa is send me your name. Isa-isa natin na. Cooking experiences. Years. Gano'ng katagal ka nagluluto? If you're cooking, for whom? For yourself? Family members ba yan? Or as profession? And favorite food. So these 4 questions, it will help our cooks to serve you accordingly. Para medyo mas, just like love. You don't just give kung ano yung gusto mo ibigay. It's a two-way, a personal relationship. Kung paano namin kayo masaservan. According sa kanya-kanyang needs, interests, and concerns. So send me. Kailan ko maaasahan to? Tonight? Tomorrow? Sige, if you will pass these 4 questions, this assignment tonight, isang like naman dyan. Patingin. Yeah, may mga nag-heart. So tonight sila. May 5. Dumadami. Yan. Tomorrow, pwede rin. Deadline natin tomorrow. Kasi pag tumagal, mawawala na isip natin yan. So please, so we could adjust accordingly. Pero meron na silang mga menus. Actually, last time nag-shoot kami ng photos and videos para sa mga cookbooks nila. And may mga videos din sila sa YouTube. So, it's a big help for us how to serve you accordingly. So, please answer these questionnaires. So, ayun lang. I hope you get the inspiration how this food is part of yoga, how this food is part of spirituality, and it will affect our consciousness and even love kay Krishna. So, that is what prasadam is. That is the reason why we prepare prasadam, and that is the reason why we eat prasadam. We use the term honor kasi it's already spiritualized. Parang si Krishna himself na yon, prasadam. Tignan ko na. So, bawat breakfast, lunch, and daily, i-share ko muna kay Krishna. Paano kapag nasa work ako and extended may overtime, na-stress ako sa kakainin ko. So, maraming ano yan, maraming practical ways. So, of course, this is ideal. May mga practical ways how we could prepare prasadam in different scenarios, Nikita. Yan. Even if you don't cook it, if you have fruits na hindi mo kailangan iluto, you offer it to Krishna. So, there are ways how to, the mantras, the mood, if the full offering kay Krishna, paano gagawin? Ano din yung shortest possible ways na yan. So, may mga easy path din. Kumbaga sa yoga, may mga hard, sa may pang beginners. Yung medyo hindi pa flexible, ito yung gagawin. Going there para mas magawa nila yung another sequence or another flow. So, don't worry. Our educators, teachers, and our coaches will make it easier for us, much more relevant. Pati yung mga terminologies, pati yung mga food na ginagamitan, yung process, they will guide us. Coaching talaga siya. They will guide us step by step. And you will gain a lot of friends. You a warm friendship sa kanila. Matutuwa kayo sa kanila. Lalo na kung mahilig ka magluto. Sino ba rito yung mahilig magluto? Patingin nga. Isang raise your hands kung sino yung mahilig magluto. Oh, sige, di mahilig na magluto. Si Jonah mahilig magluto to eh. Si Kaiser mahilig na magluto. Yan. Si Shinya yata nagluto na eh. Galing ah, nagluto na kagad ah. So yun, na yun yung ano, part ng spirituality. Cooking. Sobrang seryoso yan. Sobrang nakakatuwa. Lalo na if you're cooking for Krishna. If you have that motherly love kay Krishna, ang sarap nun. You're cooking for Krishna. That relationship. So before tayo, ay may question pa. Bago tayo mag-picture, basahin mo natin ibang question, yung nag-share. Cooking experience yung ano, yung so saan isa? May nakita ko ng mga body yan. Prabhu, is that okay na kapag kumakain sa labas, like one in chai, body, may baon na kung mahatulsi, then touch the food? Hindi. Hindi siya, better just chant. Yung tulasi is part, i-explain natin yan in the future. We offer it, pag ikaw yung nagluto, that's the highest standard in offering food. May tulasi plant, tulasi leaf. Kasi iba yung nagluto na yun, Rodel Prabhu. So, just chant Hare Krishna mantra. So, ideally, ikaw dapat nagluto pero may mga choice. May mga instances na we cannot cook for ourselves. We have to eat outside. So, ano ba yung mga levels na pwedeng natin, at least we can consider pa. No choice. We have to. Or kailangan mo makisama or kailangan mo talaga, ano ba yun, at least full vegetarian yung restaurant. Walang contamination. Walang cross-contamination. Yeah, you just offer it by your mind. Yes. Hopefully na-answer yung question mo, Rodal Prabhu. Yan. Thank you si Pat, nag-bake parating ang sarap ng... Yes, ang galing nga ni Pat mag-ano no? Mag-bake no? Punta ka rito Pat, ang dami rito, ang laki ng kitchen dito. Papakita ko sa'yo, ang daming ano, ang dami rin mga oven. Gawa mo natin ng ano, cake si Krishna. Eggless cake. Yung feeling kasi na parang kakain ka na lang, na-stress ka pa kung ano. But nice to know, cook coaches is there. Yes. Ganyan nangyari sa akin when I was younger. I don't know how to cook. But it will make you survive in spiritually how to cook. At least the basic. Yung iba, natutuklasan nila, ay, gusto ko pala magluto. May talent pala ako magluto. We have to try. Have to try. Yan. Lalo na kung ano, if you want to cook for someone, this is the best gayuma. Cook prasadam for them. Hindi ba para ma-inlove sa'yo, para ma-inlove sila kay Krishna. Don't think like that. Tapos na Valentine's. We were there, Nikita. Yes, yes. Maraming from sa first and second batch na hindi nila alam kung paano. Even magsaing. Di ba? So, we will learn how to. Natuto rin ako magsaing for 50 people, 100 people. So, art nga yung pagsasaing, di ba? Yung walang totong. Tapos malaki yung, basta, ang daming art niya. Matututunan natin yan. Basta, ang number one, ang consciousness natin, we're cooking with love and devotion para kay Krishna. Not just for the sense of taste natin. So, I invite everyone to open their food, to open their cameras para sa ating group photo sa ating introduction sa Prasadam course. Again, Monday will be the start ng aking cooking demos. We will receive also list ng mga spices natin and where to buy them para makatulong sa mga gagamitin natin. Ayan, ito si Raymond. May cooking coach yan, si Kamala. Si Pat, alam ko, may contact na siya kay Kamala, isang teacher natin. So, picture tayo everyone bago natin answer yung mga questions, these are questions. Baka sabihin nyo, 8 o'clock na, sabi ni Radhacharan. Ayurveda, kailangan matulog ng 8. So, yan. Smile and look in the camera. Count of 3. 1, 2, 3. One more, 1, 2, 3. Maraming salamat. I'm always humbled and honored. Jinky Mataji, Bhakta Rodel, Bhakta Raul Prabhu, Jonah Mataji, Janice Mataji, Chantal Mataji, Shinya Prabhu, KD Prabhu, Rolly Prabhu, Ron Prabhu, Raymond Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Mervin Prabhu, Nikita Mataji, Shinya. Dalawa yung Shinya, okay. Charles Prabhu, Kenny, Bhakta Kaser, Pat, Navadip Chandra Prabhu. Yan, save mo ako ng sweets pupunta ka mamaya dyan sa altar. So yan, maraming salamat. If you need to do anything, please take care, doble ingat. Marami akong mga projects na kailangan, let me know. Marami akong kailangan, naghahanap ako ng source ng ating, para matulungan nyo lang ako. Swab antigen testing kits. May nakita na ako pero medyo mahal, 600 per piece. We need more para sa ating yoga retreats when we open. Also, I'm helping one old devotee to look for a dermatologist. Galing ako sa Kalabang kanina to look for this. May karela kayo, tulungan niyo rin ako, please. Ano ba makailangan natin? Basta marami. Marami tayong mga service na pwedeng gawin. So, kita tayo bukas, 5:30 to 7 for ating Japa session. You can chant your rounds there. Log in and log out anytime. Hindi nyo kailangan magstay for 1.5 hour. But you can do so as well. And ating Mock in the Middle podcast, we will go sa overview. Kanina nagulat yung umattend kasi 15 minutes lang yung introduction eh. Ayoko kasi magkwento talaga sa buhay ko. So, ayun lang yung kwento ng tungkol sa speaker. Pero bukas will be the overview of the Srimad Bhagavatam, a deeper study. This is Srimad Bhagavad Gita. That is Srimad Bhagavatam. It's 12 cantos, 44 pieces of books, the deeper study of yoga philosophy. It is a course that will be minimum of 4 years. So, tignan natin. If you could join, please join. Hindi nyo kailangan masimulan and matapos. Every session will be gem, will be gold, stories and lesson, and wisdom na magagamit natin sa buhay natin. Coming from Krishna's pastimes and mga lessons. So, every 7 to 8 yon ng morning. And 7 to 8 ng gabi, almost every day. Every Tuesday will be hindi pa nag-start pero wala pa kasing date, will be the spiritual mentorship program by His Holiness Giridhari Swami. Some of the students are included there. If you wanted to, please let me know. It will be a different program kasi it's like having a spiritual coach, a spiritual mentor. So those were included there. Yung mga nakapag-darshan or meeting kay Guru Maharaj na rin. May assignment, hindi ko pa nasabi sa lahat, to pass your daily schedules and weekly schedules. Daily and weekly. So just like a mentor, he will help us how to improve our the use of time. Kala, that is Krishna. So yes, sila Chantal, yeah. Send me daily and weekly. And also 7 to 8, Wednesday and Thursday will be a deeper philosophy in Bhagavad Gita. That's a second layer. Kumbaga nasa basement tayo. Basement 2 na tayo ngayon. We'll have 2 more additional teachers. And every Saturday, 7 to 8. Friday kasi kirtan. So regular na yon. Every Saturday, 7 to 8 will be Little Temple, creating a sacred space in our house. If we create that, we will convert our homes into a little temple. It will be facilitated by His Grace, Navadip Chandra Prabhu, ang ating village talker. So tutulong siya sa atin how to create our sacred space. And of course, every Sunday evening will be our village talk. So 7 to 8 in the morning, 7 to 8 in the evening, magkakasama tayo. And mawawala lang yon kapag magkasama-sama tayo physically dito. So we're looking forward to meet you everyone. Marami rito na-meet ko na personally. Pero we're cooking something. So ayun na lang yung hinahanap natin. Just after the renovation of mga yoga halls in the restaurant here in Temple, looking for that testing kit, the right source. May nakakuha ako kanina pero may middleman. Ayaw natin may middleman, kailangan natin yung source. So maraming salamat. Hare Krishna. If you want to stay for some time, we will read some questions and answers. If you need to go, good night and please dream of Krishna. Don't forget to chant your rounds, ha? Hindi porket wala tayong Japa session, hindi kayo mag-chant. May karoon tayo ng second level pala ng part 2 ng Japa session. Wala lang schedule pa. That will be 10 offenses, 10 guides and offenses sa chanting. At the same time, meron tayong guided meditation with harmonium and the beautiful voice of Jananivas Prabhu. Isang cook din natin siya and mas magaling din siyang kirtaneer. Tulungan niya tayo maintindihan yung mga prayers and mantras from our previous spiritual masters. So yung dalawang yun, abangan natin. Wala pang schedule kasi siksik na. Baka sabihin niyo, wala na kayong buhay, puro na lang Zoom meetings. So yes, ito yung sabi nila. Laking mercy, laking bagay nitong mercy na to, Prabhu. Salamat talaga. Wala akong ibang masabi kundi salamat. Maraming salamat. All the credits I offer to my spiritual teacher, spiritual master, Guru Maharaj. Everything that I know, I learned, galing nun sa kanya yun. So I'm just a small instrument in the spiritual teacher's hands and Krishna's hands as well. Upload po ba to sa YouTube? Yes, we will upload this in YouTube. Pasensya na kung minsan nasisira yung record dahil sa connection yan. Pero by the help of Jonah Mataji, may backup tayo. We have the smart and may backup tayong globe. Actually, globe na mas malakas ngayon dito, Jonah. Yung smart ayaw gumana. Nagtampo yata nung binigyan mo ako ng modem. Yan. I'm interested to attend all, but sometimes so much to do, so little time. I end up watching the recorded class. Yes. Walang loss and diminution dun sa learning. Di ba? So, even naman yung lesson ni Krishna sa Arjuna, recorded na to 5,000 years ago. Pero until now, inaaral natin. So, of course, di naman tayo si Arjuna sa si Krishna. But we're just repeating their words in the most relevant and our language. So, we can always watch the recorded class. I do have a lot of recorded class and audios, even kirtans. Puno-puno yan. When I drive, when I cook, when I clean, lagi kong ginagawa yun. I just feel everything the time na may Krishna consciousness. So lahat yan, ito will be uploaded in Monk in the Middle. Please follow and subscribe then. And yung ating Braj Bhakti Community is a Facebook page. I will forward it later again. Yung mga announcement natin, next time mawawala na sa group chat, mapupunta na dun sa Facebook group pala, Facebook group. And yung Braj Bhakti Academy, yung page natin, will be the source dun sa mga Bhakti, meditation yoga philosophy natin. Yung 4th batch doon ko na i-upload. Para yung mga in the middle will be focus on the podcast. So may mga tumutulong how to do this mga technical stuff sa YouTube saka sa internet. Medyo huli na tayo diyan, eh, tagal na natin sa temple, hindi na ako updated. So, maraming salamat. Looking forward to see you again tomorrow morning and every morning and every evening. I'm hoping to see you and have your association because it's not complete kapag di tayo magkakasama. So, na-miss natin ang isa't isa for 1 week. That is what we called love and separation or vipralamba. If di mo kasama yung mga loved ones mo, lalo nag-grow yung love. And you'll have the union. Tapos hindi naman kayo magkasama, nami-miss ko na mag-class. And nakakatuwa, palagi may nag-log in 9 to 10 in the morning for that 1 week. Nagugulat ako, may email na naman, may nag-login. Nami-miss natin yung mga classes, di ba? So yung fourth batch will start in few weeks. Upload ko soon yung poster. If you have friends who wants to join, that will be in the morning kasi walang time in the evening. 9 to 10 in the morning for the fourth batch. So maraming salamat. I'll see you tomorrow and please dream of Krishna tonight. Shri Prabhupada Ki Jai. Gaur Premanande. Hari Hari Bol. High five.